I'm sure there are a few jobs or a bunch of jobs where you can go and make 200, 300, 400 plus $1,000 a year. There's just going to be less of them. I'm not saying that it was her goal, but if that is their goal and they want to make a little bit more money, the path pretty much leads you, especially the more niche you get, leads you towards that self-employment route. And I'm glad that you brought up that, you call it a quad or that 2x2 matrix. Obviously, I'm biased because of the path that you and I chose: business ownership, entrepreneurship, self-employment, whatever you want to call it. And I think there are levels. It is very tough. And all those people that own a business right now know that.
Yes.
And so it is very, very difficult to go that route. I actually think the self-employment route
Can be simple though.
isn't that difficult.
No, it's simple, but it's hard.
Basically, the distinction that I'm making between self-employment and being a business owner is self-employment, you're a service provider, or you are doing the product fulfillment yourself, those types of things. You're a one-man band and you're doing it all. And so you're making the suits, you're doing the marketing, you're doing the whatever. More than likely, you're only going to be able to handle whatever, 100, let's call it 200, whatever it is, some nominal amount of business in the entire year, because it's just you, or it's just you and another person that helps you do the billing or do the admin or whatever it is. Going from employed to self-employed, that jumps pretty easy. It's going to take some time, sure, and you got to learn some skills and all that. But that jump is pretty easy. Going the next one and into working your way out of that job, if you want to do that, and then making that whole business like automated and making millions of dollars a year, that is a much tougher leap.
So just to visualize for folks, let's use the laundromat as an example. So if you are employed at a laundromat, you go there every day, you clock in at the same time, and you do your job, help customers, and then you leave. If you are self-employed by owning the laundromat, you go there every day and you do the same thing as the employee, but then also you come before the employees and you leave after the employees, but it's your business. And so you own it. Now, if you were a business owner, that means that you own a laundromat and you don't go to the laundromat, ideally. That would be how that looks different. The final one would just be you don't even deal directly with your businesses and you have multiples of them. That's the final quadrant, which is independence, basically. But I want to encourage parents here, though, because many young adults are interested in being self-employed. And the lowest risk time for them to do that is when they are young, when they are not supporting a family, and when they are on your health insurance. It's that now is the time. So Ryan and I have talked at length about the fact that college age adult is a horrible term because it's ridiculous. It means the colleges own your child until you ransom them away from them, which is absurd, which is why we use the term young adult or new adult. So for your young adult, the best time for them to try that, if they ever want to be self-employed, is while they're still with you, and the risk for them is on the floor if they fail.
I will say the last thing about the self-employment, the business stuff, is that you got to know the numbers going in, or at least you should know the numbers going in. The chances that you're going to make it and be, quote, successful and your business isn't going to shutter in 2 years is actually pretty low. It's actually, entrepreneurs are probably the most optimistic people in the world, because you're literally starting an endeavor that's probably not going to work out. And you just think like, oh, okay, well, I have something that's different than all these other people. It's tough. I will say that, but I totally agree with what you're saying in that it is the least risky to do it while they're still young. And then also, if they start their own thing while they're young, the amount of learning that they're going to be able to take away from that is
unreal.
Yes, because they're going to know whatever that industry is inside and out, because they'll have to do all of the jobs in that industry. All that said, it's something that I've been thinking about doing more of. I mean, probably not. We've got so many other things that we want to do, but it's something that I've been thinking about for a long time about doing more of, which is talking about business and talking about how to build businesses and build brands, things like that. If that's of interest to you, you can comment YouTube, Spotify. Let me know how you're feeling about that.